Hello everyone, welcome once again. In the last two episodes, we have learned how to set up a Node.js project, and then we have learned how to create a different Node.js program. But there's a small problem. Our each program right now, our each program is independently executable. That means we are running main.js also, first.js also, second.js also. But in real life or in real project, what happens? There should be only one entry point, and all other programs should be a supporting program. Okay, and this is known as what? Modules. Okay, and this is known as module management. So in this episode we are going to learn module management in Node.js, a local module management in Node.js. Okay, so let's start from the scratch is the key. That means we will be doing entire thing from the scratch. We will create the project once again and we'll be doing the local module management. Okay, so I'm going to the desktop. I'm creating a second folder, a project, what the second project. Okay, let's go to the VS Code here, and this time I will close all this program and will do what? I will open the second project. And where is that second project? In my desktop. Okay, why I'm doing this? So that you can get the things from the scratch. That means once more we are doing what? Project setup. Let's open the terminal. And how do we set up a project? npm init. Okay, to ask a setup question, and that's how our folder becomes what? A Node.js project. How? By having a package.json. Okay, right now I'm not going to install a third-party module or external module by using the npm install command. That's completely optional. Today we are mainly concentrating on what? Local module management. We are creating an src folder where we will be writing all our program. Okay, we'll create a one main program, main.js. This is our main program where we'll write what? Let's start here by writing hello world. Okay, now we are also going to create, we can run this program but we'll do it later. We can create on some other program. Let's suppose my mod1 .js. Okay, you can keep the variable name, file name like this. Or it's a small convention. If you want to follow this, it's okay. You can use dash also, but I follow this convention, my mod1.js. But that means I have created a one separate program. Okay, the way we have done in our last episode also. And here let's declare some variable. Let's pi is equal to 3.14159. And let's suppose some variable is called app name. My app name is, let's suppose, my project. And let's, so there is the two variable, and what I want, one is a number, and okay, one is a number, that means it's a float, and one is a string. Can I use this? Can I use this module in my main project, in my main program? How? That's the key here. That's the key we are going to learn here today. Okay, so in JavaScript and in the Node.js, what does these two files are called? Every files are called module. Main.js is also a module. My mod1 is also a module. But this module is what? A private module. So I cannot access anything from the my mod1 to main.js or main.js to this. So we have to make this public. And how do we make this public? By using the keyword module.exports. This is the key. Okay, this is the global object. This is the global object, and it's a part of the Node.js. Okay, once we install this Node.js, okay, we get this object, global object. And by using this what? Module.export. That means what we are doing? We are making this two variable pi and app underscore name as a public. Okay, and one more time, again we have an option. Okay, we have an option to do what? We have the option. We can make, we are not necessary to make everything public. What we can do, whatever the thing we want to make public, let's suppose I want to make pi available to main.js, that means I want to make pi public, so we can do here like this. So how do we write exports? Like this. There is some other syntax also, but right now I don't want you to concentrate on that. It's a simple way here, pi. So now what? This will be available, this pi variable will be available in the main.js. But how? Here we are exporting, but how to access in the main.js? Okay, so for that we have to learn another keyword, and the keyword is what? require, and we generally we write all the require at the top, require. Okay, require is the keyword. Okay, and inside the require, it takes a double quote, it takes the module name. Okay, and if it is our local module, so how does that start? It starts with dot slash. Okay, dot slash, that slash is the key. It identifies that what kind of module is this. It's a local module. And now the name of the module. What is my name of the module? My dot mod1. And we do not need to write here dot .js. Okay, dot .js is not required. Okay, so what we have done, we have added the my mod1 module in our main.js program. So you can say that in a very simple language, now we are able to use the my module 1 in our main program, and by writing this we have just added. So what we can do here, we can assign this to one variable, my mod 1. Okay, so my mod 1 will contain all the public property of this module. In this module there are two property. One is called py, one is called app name. But there is only one property is public, which we can access in the main.js. Let's see how. Okay, and can we access the py now? Okay, we can access. Okay, and what we can do, we can print also. Let's count py is equal to, now where from we will be getting my mod 1, and by using the dot operator. Okay, and the key is what? Py, and we can print this value here, py. Let's run this program now. Node src main.js. You can see we have got the value, but let's visualize this. That's a better way to do that. Let's put a breakpoint. Let's go to the debug console, run and debug Node.js, which we have already discussed quite. Okay, now put a mouse over the my mod1 variable. Can you see that there's a one key called py, which is equal to 3.14.59. So that means we can see all the public property which is a part of the my module1.js. Okay. So now let's do what? Initially it was only one property. So let's declare one more variable. Let's cite some str is equal to, let's suppose we are writing what? Hello world. And what we want to do, I want to make this str as a public. So right now in this module, how many variables are there? 3 variables are there, and out of that 2 variables are public. Can you visualize this here? Okay, let's run this. Node.js. Okay, let's go to the next line here. Now put a mouse over here. What we have done, I have used this step over to go to the next line. Put a mouse over here. Can you see py and str? The 2 variables are available here in this program. Okay, in the main.js program. So what we have learned now, how to declare a variable. Okay, how to declare a variable in the module 1, and we are just exporting some kind of variable. Okay, so let's do what? Let's create one more module, my.module2.js. So what we are doing, module management. Okay, in this module what we will be doing, I am not exporting only the variables, we are going to export some functions. In the last module we have learned how to declare a function. Let sum is equal to like this. This is the arrow functions. Okay, what it can do, let's say my sum is taking 2 variables, n1 and n2. These are 2 parameters coming, and what it will be doing, it will be returning n1 plus n2. So what we have done, we have declared a function. What kind of function? Arrow function. And the most importantly, can you see that it has been assigned to one variable, sum. In the same way, let's declare another function. Okay, let's call it what? This. And here what? Minus. Now what do we want? I want to export. Now how many, can I say that how many properties this method has? This module has? There are 2 properties. But right now, both the properties are what? Private. Okay, according to the module, according to the fundamental of the Node.js, both the properties are right now private. No one can access. We have to make this public. How? By using module.exports object. That means this module is exporting. Okay, exporting. What are the things it is exporting? Sum and difference, comma difference. Okay, once again I am repeating, it's not necessary to export everything. Something can be kept private. But yeah, right now I'm exporting everything. Now can we use this my module in our main program? Yes. How? By using the required keyword. Then in the required keyword, the most important thing we have to do what? Start with dot slash. Why? Because my module is our local module. My, then mod2 This is the module name. And let's assign to one variable my mod2. This can be anything. And now inspect this. That means let's debug the program one more time, run and debug by putting a breakpoint here. Okay, we have to put a breakpoint by clicking here. Run and debug. Choose Node.js. Let's go to the next line. Can you see what are the properties publicly available in the MyMod1? Pi and str. What are the property available in the mod2? Sum and difference. Okay. Now what we can do here? We can use this mymod2.sum. Okay, and we can pass some variable here 10, 20, and in this way we can dot the sum result since it is returning the results. And what we can do, we can print the value. So in this way what we are learning the module management. Let's run the debug. Let's run the program one more time. Debugging. Go here, go here, go here, go here. Now you can see this my module 2, and if required we can go inside this method also, either directly putting a debug point or breakpoint, or what we can use inside this step into what we can see the value n1 is equal to 10 and equal to 2. It is performing the function logic, and then it's returning the outputs result. Okay, so what we have done in our my module 1, we have exported variables. In the my module 2, what we are doing, we are exporting what? Functions. And what we are doing, we are using those variables and functions in our main.js. Okay, that was the key. And in this way, what we have learned, module management. The fundamental things was how to export that by using the module.export. And how do you use this? By using the required keyword in our main program. That's it from this session. See you in our next video. Thank you.